put a number out there and they said, you know, we want 2 episodes a week from you, and we're going to pay you £3,000 an episode, and that's for 4 years.
People would be saying, how can they support the channel? Chiso by Chiso. I've got tops, I've got hoodies, I've got the Dragon Ball Z tees, like the Pain and Full Star tees. You lot could support, buy some of the merch. I'll be able to churn out more content. This one I'm just waiting by myself for the moment, and I'll bring out more colours. Please support.
It's important to know your worth in regards to time, because obviously you've done this now just over a year. Okay, you have to say to yourself, at what point, so you said you're giving yourself 3 years, and if it gets to 3 years, and what are you looking for in the 3 years? For it to pay itself, or are you looking for it to become an income?
Both.
Okay.
Both, yeah.
Because it's the same thing as maybe like a rapper, who's going out there and rapping. You know, at what point do we say to this rapper,
stop? Yeah,
that you've got to stop?
Yeah.
You know, that's what I want to know, is at what point, even as yourself doing the pod, at what point do you say, I love it, so the education that I'm given and what people get from the channel is enough as payment? Or is it a case of that if it gets to 3 years and I'm still in the red, that I've got to knock it on the head?
Yeah, basically. That's the real truth. Hence why we do all the little things just to try and tip it slightly over. Like, for instance, the merch. Just to try and, like, the big channels I watch out in America, like one of my favorite channels I watch, like, I just like this guy just because he's very generous. He helps a lot of people. Steve will do it. Like, he helps a lot of people. But how his channel blew, it was a madness. He's part of a clique called Full Send, and Full Send is him. There's a bunch of guys called the Nelk Boys, NELK Boys. So Steve, them lot kind of took him on his wing, innit? And Steve would hang with them and blah, 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 this, that. Then one day, them lot was like, oh yeah, we've convinced Steve to make a channel, innit? Then they said, right, everyone go follow his channel. Look, bro, my man started from 0 to 439,000 in one day. Yeah. That's how powerful these boys' reach is. Yeah. But Steve is such a likable character. Quickly his channel went boom. Now his channel's on 3 million something, isn't it? Yeah. But he does his channel, then they've got a podcast channel together. Then their merch does the figures their man do. Yeah, it's a madness.
But when does loyalty to something become stupidity though? So at what point are you gonna say to yourself, okay, I'm making the money from it? Or at one point would you say, so you're saying that technically in 3 years' time, so another 2 years, but that could be that year. I know it sounds really silly, but that's the thing that's the problem with it.
We've spoken about that as well before, innit? Where you're like, oh, you could just be like that one episode and you're like, oh, let me pack it up. Then the next episode might have been the one that just...
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
So and that's the hard thing is knowing when to stop or when to continue. You know, because there's a lot, I use rappers, for example. There's a lot of rappers that, you know, I hear and see and I'm just like, it's been 7 years, bro. Like, but then one could say that he loves it. So if someone loves rapping, whether or not it's making money or not, I guess you still go ahead, which means if you love the podcast, surely you continue doing it, or you're saying that, no, I don't continue doing it because it's not making any money. Yeah. Because that's the part, I would always say that one shouldn't go into something unless they love it. Yeah.
I think that's what's kind of made this easier to do, innit? In regards to consistency, where I'm just like, no, I'm just hanging with my brethren. So it's like, yeah, you're just hanging with your brethren and talking on camera. Like, it's not really a chore, is it? You know what I mean? Whereas if it was just me hanging with strangers and doing it, then I feel, why am I going to go link them?
Well, what's your price though? So let's say someone approached you today and said, okay, you know, we like the channel, you know, like, see like how there's like a Spotify deal or whatever deal it is, what's your price?
There's no price. We spoke about that from the jump. No, there ain't.
So someone says, I want the content. I want to. There's no. So you're telling me there's no price.
There's no price. No, it's spoke from the jump, because you know what it is here. A lot of people take a price, then they get stuck in these mad deals where a man will say, all right, cool, we bought your thing, then you're not allowed to produce anything for like a few years. So what you're saying now is, then you've got more ideas that you know that would spin the block, but now.
So you're saying that if someone came and offered you let's just put a number out there, and they said, you know, we want 2 episodes a week from you, and we're going to pay you £3,000 an episode, and that's for 4 years.
I'm not doing it.
You're not doing that?
Nah, man. It's mad. It's mad. We've spoken about that, bro. There's man them who their channel has gone from, like what he said, where it's that one episode and all of a sudden, boom. There's these young boys around here, like even in this area. Where's that big block down there? We call it influencer block. Yeah. the purple and thingy building. Some of these young boys here just casually just wake up in the morning, just training a little vlog, dashing it on, 10 bags a month, just kicking back. They're chilling. They're doing chillings. But bro, that's just.
So you're saying
Gable, that's just AdSense.
It's not sponsored.
That's not sponsors.
So you're saying generally, so we're saying then that in this era that we're in now, like let's talk artists, let's talk singers, let's talk rappers, let's talk musicians, let's talk podcasts, let's talk entertainers. You're saying that generally speaking, you would say that we don't need these record labels anymore, and these houses like Spotify, these houses like Apple, these houses like Ditto, and all of these big houses, we don't need them anymore.
There's rappers getting paid, like UK rappers getting paid, let's say like if they were to drop a post on something on their page, on this is Instagram, 30 bags, 40 bags. There's a man who people keep on writing in the comments that he should come in this. Remember I told you 2 posts on the gram. He's following is what right now on Instagram. So you would think that the following has to be a madness, but it's more about engagement. Yeah. He's got 45,000 followers. Them 2 posts made 16 bags.
What do you mean?
Got paid 16 grand.
So you're saying that someone paid him £8,000 to post something?
It was an ad. Yeah, created the ad himself, posted it on his Instagram. What was it? It was less than 30 seconds, innit? Yeah. So that tells you, but that's the thing. People don't realize like there's some people like I don't even want to name drop. I don't even want to name drop. But she was telling me, she's like, it could be the most subtle thing. Like in the middle of an episode, there might be just something on the table there, but just because it's there, yeah. There's some people mashing peas without you knowing they're mashing peas. They don't even say nothing. They do the little.
Just little product placement.
No, yeah, they're just literally just walking past the product quickly on their channel. 10 bags.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when you're stuck in them deals, you ain't getting that. Yeah, you're not gonna get that. I'll give you an example. Yeah. If them lot, let's say like, kept their thing on YouTube, yeah. From when it first started, and it wasn't on multiple things because of how they get a high level of engagement. I reckon their YouTube channel, it'll be gone.
When they come out their deal, they make money.
It'll be gone. If they just literally came off all the other platforms and said, "Right, we're just staying visual," their thing would just go, boom, boom, boom.
Do you feel the podcast scene now is saturated?
Everybody eats beef.
Because it's almost as if like there was a point when it's, you know, everyone's got a podcast, everyone says.
Bro, it's like, all right, cool.
They've even told men to be vocal. Now we're vocal. There's a problem. They don't want men speaking on podcasts. So
Tropicana sells orange juice, but Tesco makes their own brand. What are we drinking? We're drinking Tesco's own brand. Tropicana costs more, but we're buying Tesco. Someone's gonna buy something in it. Yeah. Like there's room for everyone. That's the thing. You got to see it like this here. In this day and age, not everyone's watching conventional TV, I lie.
Everyone's moved off TV now.
Everyone's moved off TV.
Literally, especially our era. When's the last time you watched the news on normal everyday news?
I don't know. I think the only thing I watch on normal TV is Love Island.
Almost everything we do now is playback. It's like ITV +1, +2. I ain't got time to watch things straight away now.
Literally everything I watch is literally on Fire Stick.
And most stuff on TV just doesn't entertain me anymore. Like I'm not entertained by most stuff on TV. So it's the important thing to know that a lot of stuff is going onto YouTube and going onto actual digital TV.
Yeah.
And people need to, because it's almost as if like if something's not on mainstream TV, people don't see it as it's done anything. But you have to bear in mind that if you've got a YouTube channel and you can get, I don't know, on one video, I don't know, 500,000 views, 600,000 views, you're probably doing more than TV.
Bro, give you an example, yeah. You see like KSI and them, man, yeah. do you think these rappers are charging him for features?
Do you think these rappers are charging him for features?
Yeah, for them to feature on his thing.
No, of course not.
Of course not,
Because he's KSI.
brother.
Anything
Any rapper that charges him is an idiot.
anything he touches goes gold.
Gold.
Yeah, anything. There's no, anything he wants to bring out. Even put it this way, Drake brought out some Ibiza album the other day. It's still charted.
Bro.
Even though we did, remember, we may not like it, but they like it.
They like it.
And the day's bigger than
When
the
I
week.
saw that, I was like, when I saw the album last week, I said, this is a genius move.
Yeah.
I said, because you know what?
Now he's tapped into the Ibiza scene.
Yeah, because I'm like, right, you could be here like today. All right, I'm doing wireless today. Unce in Ibiza.
So what's uns, sorry?
House.
Oh, sorry.
You get me? From wireless
what you meant by uns.
Yeah, you've gone from wireless to uns quickly. Like, you've got the bag in 2 different scenes. I'm like, that's a genius move. And I hear the joke here. People are like, nah, I hate this album, blah, blah, blah. I bet Drake's going to be #1 on the charts next week.
Yeah,
No,
more than
tomorrow.
likely.
Yeah.
More than likely. But I think he's become a master in his craft. So I think almost
He understands
anything,
business.
Yeah, anything he wants to do works. And I think that's the important thing. Also, I think when talking about your worth, I think it's important to know that I think Drake knows his worth and knows that there's nothing within reason that he wants to do that won't make money. I think he's clocked. Whatever there is to clock, Drake has clocked it. So I don't think anyone should have any comment on what Drake does.
That's true.
Because if the music professionals have heard the album, or
But
maybe
even-
trying to get out of his deal. Could that be
yeah,
the question? Maybe he just
maybe,
thought, you know what?
maybe.
There you go, man. Let me just give you this and get out of my deal.
Even with that 3-year growth thing that I was talking about, me and Wes were like before, if let's say the channel hits a spike and all of a sudden it hits 100K, the next 400K on top of that will be a lot faster. Because now, if let's say like people we know, like me and you know, that've got a mega reach, like all the blue tickers, and I message him and say, oh yeah, could you come on channel next week? We're like, oh, you know what, this is good press. I like it. Where's so next minute they come on the channel because they know their worth, innit? They come on the channel now. They know that they've got, let's say, like a book coming. That's why I said, that's the reason why we said if them lot come out their deal with the quality of guests they have, their thing is gone.
Well, my thing is, see what you mentioned, we're talking about knowing your worth. Now, let's say you ask someone to come on your channel, and let's say at the moment they've looked at your channel and thought, I ain't going on that, man. They ain't no views or followers. So let's say now you've reached out to them. So let's say now the channel spikes.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you know, they're like, oh, cheers, let me come on your pod. Are you letting them on? Do you take it? Are you taking it personal when you asked them and they said and they aired you or didn't show much interest? Because they were knowing their worth, and then you didn't benefit them. Do you take offence?
You know what? Yeah.
There's people you've approached and they've been busy.
I spoke about this.
They're
on
busy.
Meet Us After 7. I was like, right, if they've got their own platform, I'll go on their thing. But I might not want them on there still. Yeah, like me and you are cool. Let's stay formal. You know what I mean?
Why?
Fam, it's just one of them things that once you've said something to me, I'm just like, I'm cool.
So basically, what you're saying is that so what you're saying, because everyone's about their worth.
Apart from Drake.
So basically, what you're saying is that if you try to reach out to somebody,
Yeah.
at this level you're at now, and
Yeah.
they basically said they're busy,
Yeah.
and then the channel spikes,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden they're hollering at you. You're saying no.
No, I'm cool.
But isn't it a case of them knowing their worth and it's
Yeah,
not
you
worth
know
their
your
time?
worth, but now I realize that whatever's working is working without you. So why am I gonna?
So anyone that approaches you to go on their pod, obviously I don't know how many people have.
All right, cool.
Is there anyone that you've been too busy for?
I'll give you an example. Yeah, so there's.
Is there anyone
wait.
you've been too busy for?
No. I'll give you an example. So let me give him a big up still because I explained to him. So there's a guy he's been posting me for the past couple of weeks called Jordan on Instagram. It's Jordan 400 meters. He's an athlete. So Jordan he just started his thing on Spotify, YouTube, and it's a new podcast. It's literally on the 5th episode. So he's hit me up and he was like, when he hit me up, he was like, let me even check through my messages. He was like, few months ago. He was like, "Oh, I watch your." He goes, "Hey, Chiso, blah blah blah." Like this is when I first dropped the tease. He was like, "Oh yeah, have you got any left?" And I was like, "Yeah." Boom. One of my former clients is an athlete as well, Sanchez, and he's a physio, so they know each other through track. So he'd seen Sanchez, he ordered. Then I sent him a T-shirt now. Then he sent me a voice. He posted a T-shirt and I reposted it. And I was like, "Right, I love for that." So he sent me a voice note and was like talking about his channel, and I said, "When do you normally record? What times and what days?" He's like, "I could come to you, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? I could bring my equipment. We've got all of that." I remember I told you when around the period when I've gone to West London to record. So he was like, "Yeah, I could come." I was like, "No, you don't need to do that for me. Just wherever you record, I'm going to come to." He's like, "On a Sunday, I know you might have." I said, "Nah, whatever day, just tell me in advance." So he's booked a day in studio and blah, blah, blah. So I just pulled up, and I think in his head, he was probably thinking I wasn't going to turn up. And then I said to him, "I like what your idea is. Like, even though it was early, I'm like, even if I bring in like 10 subs, 20 subs, at least like, let me just try and champion you, because you're there supporting my thing and you don't know me from nowhere. You get what I'm saying? Like, you don't owe me nothing. Like, you bought a T-shirt because you saw